You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. So we're going to be joined on the telephone. We're going to be talking all about the new Thistle Hill workout zone and playground by the community centre. Firstly, thank you very much for joining us. If you could just introduce yourself and tell our listeners a little bit about your role.
Hi there, yes, so I'm Daniel from Swale Borough Council. I work within the Parks Department, and part of my role is to develop and install new play areas across the borough where we have funding to do so. So that's most recently includes the Thistle Hill Trim Trial, an outdoor gym, and also the new play area by the community centre.
So if our listeners aren't really aware what's happened on Thistle, I was hoping you could describe a bit more about what they'd see if they went along.
Yeah, so in the new play area that's recently opened, that's was taken to consultation back in October, where we had a big activity day down on the site next to the community centre. And from that, we have looked at. We've got people's views on it, and we've had a look at it. Had a look at all the designs, and the design we've got now on site was chosen as the best design. It's a pirate-themed play area, significant size. It's all got safety surfacing underneath it, which makes it perfect for all-year use. And yeah, so it's got a big pirate ship boat. But as well as an aerial slide, some trim trail, and also some equipment for the younger children, a nice sort of small play unit, a trampoline, a little roundabout, and some springers and swings as well. So quite a range of different equipment, all with sort of under the sort of a pirate-themed play area.
So what about if you head over onto what I call the sort of field area, where a lot of people sort of walk their dogs? I know there's like a top field, isn't there, and then a lower field, and there's sort of two different, very different sort of equipment on those.
That's right, yeah. So as part of the public consultation, we provided outdoor gym and trim trail equipment up at Community Woodland, at Thistle Hill Community Woodland. That starts from the car park off Thistle Hill Way, and then runs through to the top glade, which is all the wooden trim trail style equipment. So monkey bars, little climbing log walls, balance beams, that sort of thing. And then as you move down into the bottom glade, it's more sort of cardio, sort of outdoor gym equipment. So there's the opportunity there to be used by different age ranges, but also to be used at the same time in combination or separately, just as people feel the need for it, really, and as they wish to use it. As individuals training, as part of a family group, however sort of best suits people's wishes to be outside and keep healthy.
Well, I was going to say, that's what seems quite amazing. I've been up there a couple of times and had a look, and every time I've been up there have been people using it to work out. I think once there was even looked like an after-school group using it, doing some stuff. So it certainly seems to be getting used and being found.
Yeah, exactly. The local it is there for the local people. But obviously, it's there for anyone within Swale as well, and it's great to see school groups and other community groups using it.
Now, when you arrive at the sort of trail with the equipment, there's actually a map giving you like a sort of a walk round. I was wondering, how did that route come about and that layout?
Okay, so that was sort of something that we discussed with the community, with the manufacturers at the time when they were looking to provide us different designs for the area. So the idea of a trim trail sort of outdoor gym was part of the original sort of planning process, and as always within the original design and sort of planning permission for the houses that have gone in there. So that was sort of set out as part of our sort of specification of what we wanted to do there. But from then we sort of designed it based on the fact that we wanted to encourage people to use the area, but we didn't obviously want to block the whole area out to equipment, and so we left the middle sections open for sort of general informal play and for use, but still able to use the equipment around the outside.
And I assume this helps to hopefully secure that woodlands area with a much better future.
Yeah, well, it was planted back in 1999 as part of the planning development of the area, and so it's established really well, and we're really pleased with how the trees have sort of established and grown through. Obviously, there's always continuing management for the site, so this is another step of just encouraging people to come to the site, use it, and appreciate what's there. There's, as well as the trim trail and the outdoor gym, there is a large there's other glades that open up and other sort of woodland walks that go through there, through sort of now semi-mature woodland. So it's a nice mix of habitats and something a bit different from the usual sort of open general open space.
I was going to say it's well maintained because it's regularly mowed. I must admit, I see it a few years back, and I'd assumed it was all woodland with little sort of mud paths through it where people had worn them away to walk their dogs. But that's not the case. There's actually mowed fields and mowed paths, and it's kept sort of maintained. So it is a real sort of parkland woodland area.
Yeah, so there is a good mix there. We have, I think it's about 4 or 5 glades that sort of varying sizes, and then we have areas of sort of long grassland that get cut every September, and then we have areas that are not cut but are left as part of the undergrowth and understory of the trees that are coming through. Trees are generally sort of on the younger side, sort of 20, 30 years old sort of thing, but there is some older trees mixed in there as well as part of the remnant orchard that was there previously. So there is quite a combination and mosaic of sort of different habitats within it. So from a biodiversity and sort of a wildlife point of view, it's got quite a combination of different habitats to offer the wildlife we've got there.
I was going to say it's quite naturally laid out, because sometimes when a woodland's laid out in recent times, you might imagine all the trees to be planted in rows and things, but you'd think it had been there a lot longer than it actually has been.
Yeah. Again, it's sort of it's established really well, and we're really pleased with how it has formed into sort of a semi-natural woodland.
Well, coming back to the equipment, one of the other things I did notice that seems quite of interest is if you're not quite sure how to use it, there's like a little IQ code, and you can scan it with your phone and get a video. So there seems to be sort of support from the company who made it.
Yeah, so as part of a lot of new sort of outdoor gym equipment in particular, where it can be used sort of in different ways, they offer sort of different ways of accessing it. So obviously with technology developing, it is IQ codes, QR codes are part of that, and it sort of just basically gives you the instructions of what you need to do and how you need to use it.
Was there anything else you'd like to sort of cover or get over to our listeners about what's been done recently?
Yeah, so obviously we've got the new sort of pirate themed play area at the community centre. We've obviously got the trim trail as well. It's part of sort of developments across the borough. Obviously funding is generally linked to sort of new development, but we are aware that there is some play areas that need further development as well, and we do as much as we can within the resources we have to do that, and to develop and make them in nice places for children to visit and play. That's obviously the most important thing.
And is there, because I know one thing people often worry about a little bit is it's all new now and looking great, but obviously it will naturally age and get worn. Is there kind of a maintenance program that's going to make sure this equipment stays usable for years to come? Yeah,
so as part of all the play areas, there is an inspection regime on it, so that picks up anything that's sort of any sort of small minor issues, that we try and pick those up as quickly as possible, and repair things. So the site is inspected at least once a week from one of our wardens. So, and then from that we maintain it. We maintain it from that point there, really.
And I assume if people are concerned or worried about things or notice something, they can contact you to let you know there is a problem. Yeah,
if they ring through to the Swale Borough Council switchboard, that all gets reported through, and that comes through, and that identifies any issues that have come up. And then we can deal and respond to them from that point forward.
Now, I understand there's actually going to be an official opening very soon for the Thistle Hill area of the play area.
That's right. So for the play area, we've got an official opening, which is next Thursday, this Thursday coming, Thursday the 3rd of August at 2 p.m. It will be within the actual play area next to the community centre. And the opening and the ribbon cutting will be by our mayor, who's Councillor Colin Prescott. So we're very much looking forward to that. Everyone's invited along. There will be some balloons and goodie bags as well that we'll be distributing on the day. Obviously, first come, first served basis, but we will have some of those to give out on the day, and we would encourage as many people to come along and enjoy it as possible. You know, since it's opened, it has really sort of, whenever I go down there's always a lot of people using it. So it's a very well used play area, and hopefully people will get a lot of enjoyment out of it in the years to come.
Well, I'd like to thank you very much for taking the time out to let our listeners know all about the progress and, of course, that official opening.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much, Daniel.